Hey, what's up, everyone? Road to Mastery. I'm coming back home from Jiu-Jitsu. Feeling really good, feeling calm. Glad I went today. I really did want to go today, so didn't feel like there was any option. It's like I had to go, and I'm glad that I did. Even though today I was feeling a little bit sluggish, I was just feeling a little lower energy, and I didn't feel like going to, it would be my best class, but I was like, whatever I can learn, I'm just gonna go, so I can at least improve, even if it's a slight percentage. So I went to class, and as soon as it started, I knew, I kind of had that feeling in my mind that I was like, I'm not fully there physically, excuse me. I'm not fully there physically. And I don't know how I'm going to do. I'm not at my 100%, so maybe I'm not going to have the best class. But then I quickly realized as I was rolling that my main purpose right now, the best thing I can do to improve in that moment is to practice rolling and practice what it feels like to roll without ego, and practice that from the last time that I made the video, the last time I went to jiu-jitsu, keep that feeling alive. So I started doing that, and I worked on that. And it's funny, a couple things happened. One, when I moved without ego, I was also kind of dealing with the arm injury that I was being pretty careful about, and I didn't want to overstress it. So I started every roll letting that person know that, okay, I have an arm injury, so I'm going to tap quickly. I'm not going to push myself too much, whatever, but you go at your normal speed. So I was rolling, and every single roll, or at least like 4 out of the 5 rolls, the person I was going with had to leave the roll for one specific reason or another. Either they were cramping up, or they felt like they were gonna throw up their food. It was like a bunch of random reasons that they had to get up, which was really interesting. And it almost felt like when I was moving with no ego, maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a force that was saving me from, it was like, okay, you learn what you needed to learn, or maybe it's saving me from a potential injury of going really hard. So I don't know what happened, but that was a funny coincidence that happened every time. Another thing that I realized too was sometimes when I move with no ego, or I have that intention, my intuition doesn't necessarily spark up with an idea of this is a move I should do, or this is what the other person is thinking, I should do this. Sometimes it's just empty. I get no signals whatsoever. And I realized in those situations, something that helps me is to make the first move. So just attack first, And even if it feels like it's a risk, and I don't know where it's gonna go, I think that making that first attack incites them to move, and their reaction helps me inform what my intuition will tell me to do next, and what the flow will carry me towards next. So that's one thing I'm working on, and I realize I think that's another step towards building my game. And again, everything that I'm saying just relates to life, so that comparison is always there. And then and another little plus thing, I met someone super dope, after class. Just talked about the state of the world and how crazy it is. So I don't know, it was cool to just like find that good collectivity going to class too, and that positivity. So overall, feeling really blessed. I think one thing that I'm thinking about too is just like, when you love unconditionally, when you have the feeling inside that you want to give, and you want to give so badly that you don't want to receive anything back, so you have no expectation of receiving, you don't even have a want for receiving, because you yourself have been given so much you want to give. I noticed that when I hit that state and I reach that place in my heart and my mind, somehow everything around me just aligns. And like I felt that happen a couple of times today, I just, like the intention of giving, it's like, I feel like everyone around me deserves so many blessings. And when I go in with an intention to give, because I have received so much, I feel like I receive more because of what they deserve. Like, I'll give an example. I was giving someone a chocolate bar because they were doing some work at the apartment, just because I felt like, it's just something I want to do. And so when I did it, I don't know, man, everyone at the deli just gave me a really good vibe, and I was getting some food for myself too, and I could see the dude picked out like the best version of the food that was sitting in the counter, And so it's just small things, but it feel like you get taken care of way more than you even realize or you even need to be, when you just go into the mindset of just giving and not worrying about what you're gonna receive. So yeah, that's my thoughts for today, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.